Hello, hello. This is just a quick SUCC SAGE guide. Oh, not maybe not that quick because it's gonna be like an in-depth guide. But yeah, SUCC SAGE is a really chill grinder for PvE content. APM wise, he's probably one of the lowest. Like, like I think he's even simpler than Awakening Witch, for example. But yeah, he also is pulling really good trash numbers at the moment. He's not S plus tier, but he's really high up there. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he's top 10 right now from the trash I'm pulling at times. And it's not hard at all to do. So, yeah, we're going right into the combo. We're in the combos. Let's put it like that because many SUCC SAGE guides that I've seen on YouTube start with Shift+RMB. And you should never, never, never start with Shift+RMB. It's just trash to start off with this. Start off, it's yeah, it's pretty much always you start SF, cancel it with this, and go into the flow, SE, Shift F, just hold F, then go SC, then you go Shift RMB, and then you end it with Shift Q. So this is pretty much a very simple Sage combo. Afterwards, you can still use fillers like W+RMB, Shift+LMB, S+LMB is also an option. And yeah, like, so this is pretty much the combo I use for Darkseekers for the big mobs. And they are dead. If they're not dead, you just follow up with Shift+LMB or with W+RMB. Okay, and for the small guys, I usually throw this in just for shit and giggles, and while they spawn, also S+LMB. And then it's normal, hey, you do this, you don't cast the flow because it won't be up many times, then the mobs turn to you, you go W+RMB and just go Shift F, and they're most likely dead. If not, you again have Shift LMB or like your skill skill enhancements, however they are called. Rabam skills, exactly. And yeah, like those are pretty much the combos. They can vary from spot to spot lightly. Like, I will make some more grind hours in different spots, how you can efficiently grind on this class on different spots, but this is like the super general combo for it. And also it shows the issue of SUCC SAGE in PvE right now, what bottlenecks him, and that is the cooldown of SF. Especially Tangrets and Darkseekers, you sometimes have to wait for this skill to come up. You could theoretically go for a different combo, but it doesn't really change much. And why you especially want to start with SF is because it has a DP debuff on it, and DP debuff equals more damage for all your other spells. This also is a DP debuff, but I'm just so used to it that I start with SF. Maybe you can cook up something different that makes him faster, but I'm already damn fast on this class. Even while waiting for SF cooldown sometimes. Alright, so next up we go into the buff rotation. Because SUCC SAGE is the only class that has this, or well, Awakening also has it, but we can cancel our E cooldown with reset. Reset, which means we have E buff, then we have it for 30 seconds. You can cast reset, you should cast reset right after using it if it's up. And then after the 30 seconds, you have another 30 seconds of E buff, which is really great. And we also have a C buff. And they're both doing essentially the same. They're buffing your damage. The one is giving you crit damage, 20% for 30 seconds or 1 minute because we have it 2 times. And the other one is rage absorption, C buff. And I have it on Y because German keyboard. It's my Y is your C, okay? Um, it gives you attack speed, and attack speed equals more damage, so they're doing the same thing, and you don't ever want to have them up at the same time. So overlaps of like 5 to 10 seconds is normal, it's unavoidable, especially at some spots like Darkseekers. I refer to Darkseekers a lot because I grind it currently a lot, but I will also make some other stuff in the near future, don't worry. So yeah, next up we have the add-ons. The add-ons are very straight, simple. You don't have many useful PvE add-ons in this game anymore. anymore. I mean, okay, before the changes, you add an AP buff, and that was it. So you have essentially 5 useful stats, maybe 6 if you need to DP. I, in this case, have it on Shift+F. Yeah, just make sure you always have everything here up. Shift+F is enough to have your crit rate 100% up. You use it a lot. It's always the first spell you will use that doesn't have 100% crit chance. So yeah, this is pretty much perfect. If you want, you can like exchange this for like Shift+Q and put DP and some heals on the Shift+Q, but it doesn't change much. Just make sure everything is always going up, like buffing you. The reason why everything here is 7 seconds, I'm not sure if they fixed it yet, but like if this was, for example, 10 seconds back attack damage, then if the 7-second buff was running, this 10-second buff wouldn't trigger. It wouldn't refresh the 7-second buff. And that's why I made sure that they're all on the same time, because then it refreshes properly. Okay, next up, we have the spells you can buffer or have increased activation time if you use your movement spell while doing it. That is Shift+RMB, that is SF, and that's pretty much it. You can also do it with S+LMB, but it won't really make it the spell faster, but you can aim it for... You can position yourself better for doing back attacks with it. And then there's also the second instant, the flow of Shift+F. You can also just use it. You can use Shift+F, then movement speed, and then the flow of Shift+F. But it's not really useful in PvE, so yeah. A PvP guide is also coming up eventually, don't worry. Yeah, that's pretty... like you can also buffer SC, by the way, but... I'm not sure if you ever need to do this, I'll be honest. Yeah. So... yeah, that's pretty much it already, but I also wanted to do like a rundown of every skill on this class, okay? So ignore this, you don't ever want this, okay? It's shit, ignore it. It's a fine spell. I exclusively use it after Shift+F and the flow of Shift+F. So you just, you press Shift+F and then hold F, and that's 3 spells. It's APM, it's 2 button presses. Like, okay. And something I haven't mentioned, forgot to mention at the combo section, is that SE isn't necessarily, doesn't have to be the second or third spell in your rotation. It doesn't have any debuff you really need. It's minus evasion. It's better for PvP. But Shift+F has an AP buff, and yeah, you pretty much always have it up. It's also on Shift+LMB. It gives you a nice 20 AP for 10 seconds, as well as on Shift+F. And yeah, like, you just have it up. That's why you should have Shift+F pretty early on in your combo as well. But since they changed the AP caps on all monster spots to be 5%, it is 1 extra AP if you overcap. So yeah, it doesn't matter that much anymore, unless you're grinding at the spot where you're not AP cap. And yeah, continue this thing. Shift+LMB, it's a nice filler spell. I don't really use it in any combo. I just use it when nothing else is up, because damage is more than decent. Gravity Rift, lock the shit. You don't ever want to use this. The only situation you might want to use it is if you need a forward guard and you want to heal some, because it has heal on it, 500 HP per hit, then it has a use, but I prefer to use the 2 Rabam spells. They both have HP as well. They just feel much better to use and also do a little bit more damage than... I mean, this actually, like, it's just so slow. Like, I hate it. This is not that quick, but not that bad either. And this is just very quick and also heals. So yeah, I just never use it. That it's even in my cooldown slots. It's a mistake that it's there, but it's there. Okay. This decent damage, like, yeah, usually should be part of every combo, not as a starter though. Super quick damage. The normal cast is this, but you will always use it after another ability. ability, and then it has increased activation time, like this. Whee. Okay, this is no use in PvE. Don't ever use it. It's no damage. All the monsters in the high-end zones are not CCable, so it's really useless. It's decent damage actually, but I mostly use it to get behind enemies to then get back attacks in with other spells. Shift+F, I love this spell. Yeah, it's quick, it's a lot of damage. The flow is the same damage as the base spell. Like, this casting those two spells together, poof, poof, is faster than casting this, and therefore it's even more damage than Gateways. Even though Gateways has such a high base value, you know, it's 32,000%, but this is 36%, 36,000% damage, so it's actually more than TPS. Spatial Collapse, the combo starter for all my combos basically, and I love it. Yeah, I always use the flow after it, or not always, but in the first combo you should always use it as well. You have now the option to cast it after every spell, but if you cast it after a spell, it has a longer activation time. Unless they fixed it. That felt pretty fast right now, I'm not gonna lie. Let me just check it, because it should be after every spell possible. Yeah, they actually made it faster. Cool, okay, but yeah, it doesn't change anything, because you can just use it after SF as well. It's really no biggie. Actually, just let me check if it's faster. I think it's slightly faster if you use it after SF with just holding LMB instead of pressing WF, so yeah. We were at Ator's Energy. A lovely spell, to be honest. Really lovely spell. Yeah. I don't use it in most combos, but when mobs are spawning, I sometimes throw it in. Automagia, it's really useless. I sometimes cast it in PvE, but there's really no reason to cast it. And then we have Shift+Q. Shift+Q is very good damage. It's our highest damage spell, but it's also a really lengthy one, as you just saw. But it's really good in big AoE packs, and yeah. E-buff, again, it's a long rotation. I will upload my grind hours and how I also use my buffs again. I look into that I don't cast E-buff when I'm on C-buff and vice versa, okay? This utterly useless in PvE, don't cast it, it's no damage and cast long. And also really good spell, also filler spell for me, to be honest, but it's also in some combos. As I just showed you in the combos as well, yeah. You don't ever need this, you don't need to lock it. You also activate it when S working, so it's okay if you really need it. Reset. Its main use or only use in PvE is refreshing your E-buff. Yeah, pretty much. Rift Chain, all you need to know is that it's always up in PvE and it's always iframe in PvE. So yeah, really good. Lock your evasion because it's utterly useless. You have something superior. Artist Fawn, just lock it. Don't ever cast it. Oh, one thing about W+RMB, by the way, which I forgot because I just got reminded of how useless spells can be. W+RMB, if you hold left click after it, he does a little punch and it's uncancelable. So don't hold LMB. You do not want to get into this animation of the little punch. It does no damage. It's a knockback, but you don't want. It's unprotected as well, so don't want it. Don't hold LMB. You can't block it, unfortunately. So just don't hold LMB after casting your W+RMB and also the flow. Realm of Anguish, I use it sparingly. You can use it like when before the mobs spawn at Darkseekers, before the little mobs spawn. And like at Nymphomere you can also use it because the camp takes a little while to come up if you grind it fast enough. So yeah. This is cool. It makes easier access to some zones, but I'm not sure if it's even up to date anymore. Overdrive. Overdrive is actually just you have 10% more casting speed. While grinding, you will always have it up. Like, you know, some spells give 2 stacks, some spells give 1 stack. And yeah, you just have a 100% uptime of the spell, of this passive. So some extra attack speed, it's really nice. Nice also, while on 10 stacks, this is what makes your reset cooldown shorter. You can see it ticking while you cast spells much faster. Every spell is essentially making taking 3 seconds off the cooldown. I think some spells are even taking 6 seconds off, but I'm not 100% sure about that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah. Oh, yeah, skill enhancements. These are the skill enhancements. You use Ator's Palm, you use Void Blast, and you use Piercing Thorn, but you don't use it in PvE, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much it. Look at my monkey sage, wonderful, I know. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope I didn't forget anything. But I don't think so, at least I have everything on the list. More videos of grind hours will be popping up in the next couple of weeks. Some spots I'm not familiar with at all, like Osikia. I never grinded Osikia, I just kind of skipped over that whole zone. But I will also make a video about that, probably. So, yeah. For now, I only have the Darkseekers video up, which was a pretty average hour, slightly above average hour. And you also find all the details you need for grinding the zone in the description of the video. So yeah, I hope you learned something. The PvP guide will be a lot more in depth if I ever come to doing it. Because, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like.